Hello, everyone. You're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host, Indranil Basu. Today we have Rajasthan Royals versus Punjab Kings in Guwahati. My God, what a contest! It should be. It would be. It could be. I don't know. I mean, what this match means to Rajasthan, I don't know because they're sitting at inside their hotel rooms. Last night they qualified for the knockout stages, so it can't get better than that. They just can go into this match with a free mind, free willing kind of chat. Generally when we interview people, we call it free willing chat. So it's a freedom which this team, which has not been performing as much as they were expected to do so, because they started off quite well. They peaked early. That's what it's coming out to be. Once you reach the peak, obviously to come down a little, then probably again they will try to hit their peak form. The only drawback is Joss Butler has gone back home. Their key player, and he's of course the England T20 captain, the defending champions England. They will be preparing for the T20 World Cup in a massive way. So Joss Butler not being there, it's a big blow. And obviously against Punjab, they are a scary side. I mean, they can come and destroy any team. They've done it. The tabletop of KKR. You remember one of the best matches you've seen in this competition, where Punjab came and destroyed, chasing over 260 runs. That was a phenomenal game. Loads of runs were scored in that game, 500 runs. That was not a matter of. That was not a child's play actually. But today, how dangerous could be Punjab? Would be Punjab. We have to see that. And joining us, discuss more on this game. We have Mr. Archiman Bhaduri, Senior Assistant Editor with Times of India. We have Shakya Mitra, Sports Management Expert. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
So I'm a little surprised that Mr. Bhaduri is sitting in Calcutta when the match is little not a stone throw away from him. The match is being played, which is Guwahati, but same zone earlier. That was a practice. Someone will have to go from. So who's covering the match?
Somebody from the regional desk. We have a regional desk on Guwahati,
Okay,
Orissa, and Bihar. So somebody from that desk.
but cricket, thankfully, is not regional. I mean, cricket is it's an amazing
Universe.
game, a very universal game. So well, rightly said. But so, I mean, just sitting inside the hotel room, you get confirmation you're in. So, how do you see that? And helping Rajasthan to come back to the elements, because they've been missing that link for a little while. They've lost few matches. So, how do you see this match panning out for them? It's a good practice for the knockout. Orchida?
Yeah, and it cannot be get better for Rajasthan because they are qualified without playing. So they have said that, as you said, in the hotel rooms and got the confirmation that they have qualified. That's true. But in today's match, well, Punjab also have anything to play for. They are already out. But Rajasthan do have something, that is they can go for the top two. They can finish in the top two if they win the next two matches. Even not two, even one will do. So today's match will be for anything for Rajasthan only. I think whatever gain that can come from this match will be from the Rajasthan's point of view. And it is very important for Rajasthan to get back on the winning ways also, because they have lost three matches on the bounce. So when you are approaching the
Yes.
knockout stages, it's very important that you get the momentum, you get the mojo, you get the rhythm. Everything should be there when you are there, because that is one match which will make a difference. So Rajasthan is very important to get it back into the winning momentum, and so for them it is. I think that match is all important for them, and for Punjab, they can play the role of a party poppers. You always know when you are playing with an open mind, nothing to lose. These situations, anybody can be very dangerous, and so they can do that if they play on a free mind. So Rajasthan has to be wary of that. That somebody with nothing at stake, they can be very dangerous at times. So let's see. I think it's
Actually, nothing to lose.
time for running rules. So it's time for
Yeah.
Rajasthan to have everything under control now.
Shakya, I mean, Punjab Kings, such a great side on paper, every year collapsing like pack of cards. This has been the story of their side for so many years. I feel sad because 2008, I remember they played the semi-final. That time there used to be no qualifiers, one, two eliminator like that. So they used to have semi-final, and then one of the matches I remember Delhi was right on top in 2009, and the way they lost the semi-final to I think Adam Gilchrist in the semi-final. He just destroyed Delhi. After that, it was decided let's not have this kind of a format in the knockout stages. We'll have teams which had I mean, the table topper should at least have another chance because this game is so cruel. So I mean, there are days when you play well, you lose. There are days you play badly, you still win. That's Shah Rukh Khan dialogue. I mean, he probably narrated in this IPL when they lost few matches against Punjab. So how dangerous is Punjab? I mean, what do you see about Punjab? How can they come back following season? Because next year is a mega auction. Do you think any players could be retained?
No, when it comes to retentions, I have a feeling that they may not go for any retentions at all because retentions is expensive. So if there's a right to match card, they're more likely to use that because I don't know if we're starting with retentions at 16, 17 crores or 18 crores. I don't think anyone's going to spend that on Arshdeep Singh, though I do believe Arshdeep Singh will be retained. Uh, and some other players as well. Shashank might get retained. But the price is so much, I don't think anybody will be retained. I think they'll be taken back on a right to match card if it's brought in or bought back at the auction. But yes, as you're rightly saying, Punjab it's just so disappointing to see this happen to them every year because they always pick a very good side in the auction and then they just mess up. The one time they did well, the one time they blew the competition apart was in 2014 when the first half of the tournament happened in Dubai and they won their first 5 matches there. Glenn Maxwell was playing brilliantly in that tournament. They reached the final. They made 200. They made 200, and then they lost that match. So that was the closest they've come to winning an IPL title. It just shows if you have your game, you can be very good. But yes, a very disappointing season for Punjab because everyone expects. I certainly expect a lot more from them. But unfortunately, what I see with Punjab every year is that they don't have that aura. I think teams turn up and believe they can beat them. That aura that yes, we are here to give you a fight is not there. And this time they've not even come in, they've not even come close to the semi-final hunt. I mean, in previous seasons they've come close to qualifying for the semi-finals, but this time they're not even close to qualifying for the semi-finals. So as for the opponents, Rajasthan, I think Rajasthan Joss Butler is not playing the rest of the tournament, which is a bit of a problem for them. Because I don't believe they have any other designated opener. If you're putting up your team sheet there, but they don't have any other designated opener. So it'll be interesting to see whom they open the batting with. Will they send Dhruv? I don't think Dhruv Jurel has ever opened the batting. But Dhruv Jurel, in my view, is getting wasted down the order. So could we have Dhruv Jurel playing as a makeshift opener? I don't think Sanju should open. Sanju's doing quite well at number 3. So maybe you get a chance. Let's see whom they play as their 4th overseas player now because there's Donovan Ferreira, there's Berger, there's Maharaj. Their bowling has been doing quite well. But yes, Joss Butler not being there for the playoffs is going to be a bit of a miss for them. But they've got these 2 matches to try their team combination out. So it's a good chance. Let's see. I'm not sure, but I think maybe Dhruv Jurel can come up the order. You might throw some light on that. You know Dhruv Jurel quite well. If Dhruv Jurel can be a makeshift opener.
Well, that's a nice option actually. We'll see. We'll get to see tonight only who's going to open in place of Joss Butler. There are a few candidates. Even Sanju could be a good candidate as well. That will give a good statement to the selectors. We can go out and open because Indian team need that sort of firepower at the top. We have Jaiswal, who's not. I mean, Yashasvi Jaiswal. Yashwal, I call him actually. So it just came out like Yashwal. Jaiswal is of course not amongst runs. We have to see how he comes back. I mean, he's very lucky, I would say, the fact that he's found his name in that team list, got that visa done. I mean, even Shubman Gill has his visa done, but I would any day back KL Rahul. And I was really disappointed. We'll come to that, the way KL Rahul batted yesterday. He couldn't get that run because that incident which left a very bad taste inside our mouth. But whatever, this is how game is. But some people need to mature a little more than what they show. But Mr. Yashasvi Jaiswal, his partner, he suggested, Mr. Shakya suggested Dhruv Jurel. What is your choice, Orchida?
Actually, yesterday Rian Parak came for the pre-match press conference and he indicated that Tom Coder, they are banking on Tom. So I am not very sure whether they will be playing Tom Cadmore,
Tom
that is.
Curran.
No, Tom Cadmore. Tom Colher
Oh,
Cadmore. So
Yeah.
he has not played in India, but he has been a regular in other T20 leagues across the world. That is true. He has not played. But Rian Parag actually indicated that they have,
all
as
right.
they
I didn't
knew
know
that
this.
they
Okay,
will
where
be
is Tom
losing
Curran then?
Butler.
He's not been playing.
Tom Curran is for the
RCB.
Punjab. Punjab team will be a bigger mess because they will be losing more people. Liam Livingstone is leaving. Sam Curran is leaving. So, and with Shikhar Dhawan not available, they have to look for a captain also for the last match. So they don't have a captain now also. So three of them are leaving, and already Mr. Rabada has already left. Rabada has already left due to a niggle. So they are Liam Livingstone and Tom Curran will be playing this match, but they will be leaving after that. So the next match, the last match, they will have to look for a captain also from their side. So it's very uncommon. In the last match, you have to look for a new captain, so to say. So Punjab will be in a bigger mess. Punjab is in a bigger mess, so to say. And for RR, as far as the indications are that they are going to play Tom Kohler Cudmore. But yeah, Dhruv Jewel can also be come up, no doubt about that. That is an option for them. But as far as the last message that is coming from their camp, it is that they might go with them, Tom.
Okay. But I was under the impression that Sam Curran, we lose tracks because these players, if you don't come regularly, you actually it skips your mind that Tom Curran, where is the other brother? Sam is of course going to be going.
Sam,
He's gone back. Probably he's playing this game today. Is he?
Tom is playing
No, no.
this
Sam
game they are
Curran.
playing.
Sam Curran will
Oh,
leave the side.
Sam is playing. Sam and
Yeah,
Liam Livingstone are
thankfully
playing
he's
this game,
playing.
and they will be leaving after this game. But
Yeah.
Rabada
But
has
what
already
happens?
left. Rabada has already.
What happens? To Shikhar Dhawan,
Shikhar will
Shakya.
not be available. Shikhar will not be
Figure
coming
is
back.
not available at all. How will he manage to keep his position, his place as a captain next year? I don't see him continuing
That is
as
also
captain
no. They need a
Definitely.
total overall. Total overall. The Punjab side has need a total overall. I think except Ashutosh and Shashank, none of them has been consistent. So they need to look at this. That you cannot go with somebody who you can fire today and then fire after 5 matches. You cannot go like that somehow. So you have to have some consistency. As least you
actually.
know that this
Actually,
person can at least give me 30, 50 runs. So that
Hmm.
security is also not been assured from them. So you need a total overall
True,
Punjab side.
true. I mean, Shikhar Dhawan, Shakya.
Yes.
What do you have to say about Shikhar Dhawan?
Great player. He's done very well for his record in the IPL when he's played for Hyderabad, when he's played for Delhi, and in his couple of seasons, Punjab been very good. But it looks like it's all over for him now. And he's 39. I don't see him coming back next year. I don't know. I don't know if he'll come back next year. But I think the signs aren't all that positive. But yes, I think let's not underestimate the career he's had, the runs he's made, the way he came and played for Delhi. He took Delhi, which had been a struggling franchise, to the semi-finals and finals 3 years consecutively. So, and a very good career with Hyderabad as well. So definitely one of the best Indian batters to have played the history of the IPL. But yes, it looks like the signs aren't great going forward.
No, but he should have been there on the ground at least with the team, which we don't didn't see him doing it quite right. Initially, he was there while he was
Yeah.
missing those matches, but I thought
Is
it was a little.
I have my sympathies for Punjab, but over the history of the IPL, it doesn't look good. I mean, a guy like Yuvraj Singh, he had parted ways with Punjab after 3 seasons on not very good terms. Then so many good players have played there, but how many of them have wanted to stay on and play for the long term? So the signs aren't good for Punjab. Even Ravichandran Ashwin, he played 2 seasons and then he moved out. So Punjab is a very strange franchise, and there's no aura in that franchise. I mean, nobody fears. That fear factor is not there. I mean, with many
True.
teams, you feel that you go onto the pitch and you feel that you might get beaten, but I don't see that with Punjab. A guy like Rabada, as is being pointed out by Ochimanda, that he's leaving with 2 matches left. Whereas I don't feel there was a rule for South African players. I knew there was a rule for the English players. But Rabada, he used to be such a lethal bowler when he played for Delhi. But his performance has not been the same for Punjab. So yeah, I mean, things need to be. But I always say I think the more competitive sides, the better it is, and I hope Punjab rebuilds themselves next year. I don't see them retaining anyone because retention is expensive, and they'll probably have to, if they want to keep people back like Arshdeep, if they want to, they'll have to go through the right to match card if that's made available.
All right, we'll see that what happens there. But last night inside Firozshah Kotla, uh, LSG owner Mr. Sanjeev Goenka was very happy after losing. So I didn't get this two different, one person, two different moods. Against I mean, last time he lost a game, he was absolutely furious with the captain. Had an animated discussions, and the coaches were trained to speak that two powerful people are talking about. I didn't understand that. What powerful? And then yesterday it was like two powerful people uh, were together discussing. It's funny, when you're making an effort to smile, so that losing a game. So why do you have to do that if you have to do this? So I'm a little confused. I mean, Calcutta is got lovely cricket culture, sports culture. Be it football, hockey, you name it, badminton, TT, and Ochida is one of those guys who covers all even archery. You covered archery, so
Yeah,
religiously.
quite a lot.
So Calcutta Calcutta people in Calcutta love their sport. There has to be something on the plate, and being a sport means you you when you lose and you're a good sport, they say, right? You have to be a good sport. So yesterday we saw Mr. Goenka in good. He was a good sport yesterday. Your thoughts?
Yeah, even I heard that he threw a dinner party also for the
Party.
team day
Yes.
before yesterday, where they exchanged pleasantries, and there are some pictures of both conflicting parties shaking hands, so to say. So it might be kiss and meet party, maybe
Uh,
it can be said like that.
uh,
But yes, but we all know, but something is happening, no doubt about that. But at the same time, we are not very sure what happened really. It might be that we are reading too much into the thing, that can also happen. But all they had always said, that Langer has also said, Klusner has also said, that it was just an exchange of words between two passionate people. So they maybe their passions came out a bit too much in the public. So that is the scenario. But the problem with
the problem
LSG
is
is
only
that
one person had passion. The other person was.
was quite, yeah. So the problem with LSG is that they had their fortunes in their own hand, and they had destroyed the whole thing. They lost three matches on the bounce, so they are 12 before three matches also. So if they had won one or two, they would have been very much into contention. But they lost three matches, so now they have to wait for others to do whatever they have to do, and along with them also winning their last match against MI. So that is also true. So it might be frustrating, because when you know that everything is under your control, and after that also you threw away the chances, that actually frustrating. That is actually frustrating. So whatever, because in a game you have to control whatever is under your control. So they had the thing under your control and they threw it away. So that must be very frustrating for the franchisee owner also, and must be for Rahul also, because he has seen the thing going down from there. They are in a high, and then now they have gone down, so on. And about yesterday's match, I want to point out one thing that I really found very interesting, was how Mr. Ishant Sharma came back very well. So you can
Yeah.
remember Ishant picking up Virat Kohli in the last match, and now KL Rahul in the yesterday's match. So you know that Virat means Ishant Sharma is like the old wine. He is getting the flavor more and more, the old war horse, so to say. He is beyond his prime, no doubt about this. His fitness is questionable. He himself says that I was not fit and he missed some of the games. But when he is fit and when he is there, he is still good enough to pick up the two best batters of India, you have to say, both Virat Kohli and KL Rahul. So that shows
Very good
that
point.
that old powerhouse still has a trick or two under his or a collar. We can show the big bosses that who is the boss on his day actually.
True. So true. So true. And KL Rahul, I mean, the way he started off, that's not his style. He was forcefully playing and he got out. Shakya, this is what happens when someone is sitting on top of your head with a sword. Come on.
Yeah. No, I think multiple things that somebody sitting on top of your head with a sword, then also the question of selection in the Indian team. But I want to go back to Lucknow's campaign, and Lucknow. I think one of they had won three matches in a row, and then they lost a home match to Delhi in the middle of April, and I think that's
Yeah.
where I think the campaign turned for the worse. I think that defeat at home, and then they lost to Calcutta the next match. So also, Lucknow's bowling let them down in this tournament. And, Mayank, those two wins, they got two victories. Practically, Mayank Yadav won those matches on his own against Punjab and Bangalore. But their bowling this year, if you look at their overall, even Bishnoi didn't have a great tournament. So their bowling this year has been pretty weak. And their the home turf at Lucknow is kind of made for their bowling attack. So they've not been good at the bowling. And I go back to one of the trades that happened before the tournament, letting Avesh Khan go. I know it's come back to affect them. It's really come back to affect them. And I some maybe they just go back and say, should we have let Avesh Khan go? Because their bowling just did not deliver this season. And the other problem with Lucknow is that they've previously these owners, they also owned the Pune Super Giants team. They've had the Lucknow team with Pune Super Giants. They reached the final once. With the Lucknow Super Giants, they reached the semi-finals twice in the first two seasons. Not easy in a 10-team tournament like the IPL, where all the teams have an equal amount of money to spend. So I'm sure the owners will not be happy. But this is where I think calm heads should prevail. They should start looking at next season. They should start having a clear strategy in mind. Whom should we retain? Whom should we take? Because you can't be angry, and you can't be angry at times like this. You should be thinking about, with a calm head, think about the next season. Think about where you've reached the semi-finals twice. Very good achievement. What do you need to do from here to either get into the playoffs next year or to go and even win the tournament? I'm sure the belief is there. I'm sure they have the belief, but they need to have the players, and they need to be a little bit more. They need to have more calm heads prevail.
All right. All right. It looks like Shaka is shifting to Lucknow next year. The so much of articulation, he revealed it, the Lucknow, and of course, Orchida is
I
shifting
had
to
lived in
Delhi.
Lucknow also in Indranil for a
Where
couple of
he's
years, but
sort of loving Ishan Sharma's bowling. Would love to see more. But Ishan Sharma doesn't bowl for Delhi that often. He's only
No,
an
no.
IPL player.
He's a four over bowler now.
Yeah. That's good enough. With age, you
Good enough,
should
but
huh? Yeah.
he
do that.
hey, Indranil, he was protecting himself for Test cricket. He wasn't playing. If you look at his career, he's not played so much IPL throughout his career.
No, there is a biasness also which goes in. Ochida, Amit Mishra, for instance, he's not meant to play regularly, but if he's given a chance, like Ishan is getting a lot of backing from Rishabh Pant. And Bhaichara maybe chalta hai, that works like a magic. I want him to come and play the game, and for us, and he's done it. Look at the way Ishan, uh, I mean, Rishabh Pant backed Kuldeep Yadav, and where Kuldeep is today, all because of Rishabh. Because Calcutta almost destroyed him, and Virat Kohli did the rest as a captain, not picking him because he accused him of leaking stories to the press about his stiff with Rohit Sharma, and so that's a sad part of it. And this is then few people were involved also in doing that. The sycophants kind of people who are around the players all the time, giving them, feeding them all kinds of information. He shouldn't be doing that. But Kuldeep was a strong character because his basic skill. more than the strength of character. The skill is very good, and that's important. But the backing of captain is so important, Orchida, whichever format you play, whichever sport you play. If you have the backing of the association or your team owners and the captains, the life becomes so easy, easy peasy, as I call it. Your
Yes.
thoughts?
Yeah, always, always. You have to get that backing from your manager, team management, because if you know that even if you make a mistake, they will be there beside you. That gives a much more relief. You when you get into the field, there are so much pressure. You always have to be carrying, and above all, if you have to carry that pressure, that if I make a little mistake, it will be counted and I will be out. That actually that fear of failure, what they say, the greatest fear is in sports is the fear of failure. Whenever you can overcome this fear of failure, your success always comes. So that thing comes only when your captain, your team management backs you. And another big example this time I think is Abhishek Podel. Abhishek Podel has been backed very well by the Delhi franchisee. See how he is faring, because he has come in as a replacement for the Rishabh Pant last season, didn't get too much of a match. This time he was asked to go up the order. That is also a good move by the team management. Maybe because of Saurabh Ganguly, because he knows that Podel bats for Bengal in the T20 format up the order, so that's why he has given. But see how he has matured. How he has matured. Yesterday also he played a very nice role in spite of
Absolutely
their
true.
main hero going in the first over, their Jack going in the first over, and it is because of the Podel they picked up from there. So that is very important. That is a very important lesson for everybody, that you have to back your players. Means if you feel that he is capable of delivering, then you have to back. Somebody delivers immediately, somebody takes some time to mature and give you the results. So you have to have that faith in him, faith in that player, and go on backing him, and that will always give you dividend later on. It's like a big term, long term investment. Like this in the bank, you
True.
make
True.
long term investment, it will come back to you. So but you have to go on investing. That is very true, because in spite of seeing that returns are not coming, you have to go on, because you have to believe that he will be the thing to go back to, not today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow maybe. So that is very important.
Very well said. But as we go along, it was a shocker a few years ago when we see like 3 to 4 wicket keepers in the 11. But now, Shakya, every team has got 3, 4 wicket keepers playing in the 11. We had 4 wicket keepers in the 2019 semi-final match against New Zealand. MS Dhoni, KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant, Dinesh Karthik. My God, I think all the batters one day will be all wicket keepers. That day is also not far off, because I mean they I mean I've heard domestic players saying that I'm not playing white ball cricket, so should I start keeping? I said, wow. I mean that all rounder factor comes into the place. Very
Yeah.
key, of course. That makes a lot. And Dhoni has really set the bar high. We are also hearing, yeah. I mean, what do you have to say about wicket keepers doing so well?
No, I remember when Rahul Dravid has started doing had become the wicket keeper because they wanted to add an extra batter, and then Nayan Mongia used to be the wicket keeper of the Indian team, and Nayan Mongia was not playing, so Rahul Dravid came into the playing, was keeping wickets, and that was that helped us play an extra batter. Then prior to that, you had, I think, David Boone used to keep wickets for Australia sometimes when the but now
I remember
every
his walks. He
now
was,
at
such a great man. That's a great man. And he's of course the match referee right now for
yeah.
ICC. What a great man. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I mean, turning people into wicket keepers is become a common thing now, and I think that second skill needs to be there. I mean, I saw Ruturaj Gaikwad keeping wickets in domestic this year. I'm surprised why they didn't look at him as a wicket keeping option. Maybe because Mahendra Singh Dhoni wanted to play all the games, and they've not
Probably will
listed him
happen. Wait and watch.
in this tournament
Probably
because he
will happen.
was so. And right now, I mean, fortunately, Rishabh Pant is fit. Rishabh Pant is fit, and he's ready to go in the T20 World Cup as is Sanju Samson. But if we would have probably had to see if any of our batters had a wicket keeping skill inside them, so that they could keep wickets to increase our batting lineup. But no, I think you're right, and the point that you're making. But to come back to Delhi Capitals, it's very good thing that they found Abhishek Porel, because the mega auction is very crucial in the players you pick. And in the 2022 mega auction, they had not done a good job about selecting domestic Indian batters. They had selected Sarfaraz Khan, Mandeep Singh, KS Bharat, and Yash Dhol, and none of them performed well in that season. Of course, Sarfaraz has done well as a first class cricketer, but I remember from where they started, so at least one good domestic player has been found in Abhishek Porel, and that's something, because I felt from what Delhi did in the previous cycle, from 2018 to 2021, they'll be disappointed about what's happened here. But this season, from where they started, unfortunate that a loss here and there happened, which prevented them from reaching the last four. But still, a good job. And they've found some good players. Jake Fraser McGurk and Stubbs are there in the international quota, and then Kuldeep and Aksar and Rishabh. So I think the next year you have to go in for, if there's going to be retentions and right to match, I think these five guys should be in the reckoning. But I think Prithvi Shaw, again, the writing is on the jury's out on Prithvi Shaw's career, because again, a not very good season for Prithvi Shaw.
All right, we'll see. Can you imagine Ochida, Virat Kohli behind the stumps and chattering? How?
And we have to
What
close
an
down the
entertaining game it
stump.
will be.
It will be. We have to close down the stump vision. My
Truly. But he's a great entertainer. But cricket has changed so much. There was a time when the basics of the game teaches you to just go there, take your time, and then play your shots. But T20 cricket has changed so much. Even Virat Kohli is scoring in whatever way he's scoring, he's the highest scorer. Still, people are questioning his strike rate and things like that. I'm also questioning. I'm one of them. But the game, the thinking has changed so much, Orchida. It's no more that you just go out and take your time. One dot ball, you're could be crucified. That kind of a system has started. You just, then you play only domestic and then 10 test matches, and rest of the days you're sitting at home, like that Bombay batsman who played test match after so many domestic good seasons. Knox from Bombay. Keep forgetting his name, because he was there last year in Delhi Capitals. So this is how it is. You have to hit the ball, and that's the only language, unfortunately, people understand here. Orchita, your closing thoughts before we wrap up the show. You have to hit the ball.
Yeah. Very true. Because the thinking has changed, the way to approach situations have changed. I remember when Mr. W.B. Raman was the coach of Bengal. In one of the matches, we are sitting outside and we are chatting, and Raman said that in a T20 match, your score should start at 120. I said, why 120? Because you get 120 balls to play. So for every ball you get one run, you start with that. So your scoring should start from 120. So I then understood that how their thinking is changing. So it is not 0 for 0 they are starting. Some of the teams are starting with 120, then they are approaching the game. So 120 is always there on the cards, and then you approach the thing. So this is the
So
way they
that's
think. We think 0 for 0, but it
and
is
if
not.
you don't fall into that category, then we tend to forget a name like Sarfaraz Khan. Because we're not seeing him. We are dealing
Seeing.
with so many players. We don't not seeing. We see जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So that is how it is. Quite
Things are.
unfortunate. On that note, guys, Shakya, Ochida, thanks a lot for coming on and throwing lights on, throwing your opinion and everything on this great IPL, which is what we are seeing in every evening. I don't know. This is the last leg of league matches. After that, then we'll have gaps and all that. And evening time is very tough to actually think it's over. By mistake, you take the TV remote and switch it on, and you say, "Oh no, it's over." Thankfully, it's over. But yeah, we're
You will
enjoying all this.
get to T20 World Cup next. Then it's
Yes,
already
that's
there.
the only good thing. Yes. On that note, thanks a lot. Keep enjoying IPL and see you soon. And thanks for watching Cricket Calling. See you guys.